Hey folks, Jay here with Living Everyday Outdoors. Let's talk about tomatoes today. So here in our first 4 rows, we have what's called a Romo tomato. I have 4 of them, and if you notice, we have the cages. Well, these are what's called a determinate variety, and they only grow so high, and you don't have to worry about continually having something for the plant to run on. It's a paste tomato, like you would use for sauces. And so the next variety of tomatoes I've planted 8 Rutgers tomatoes, and these are indeterminate variety. And the indeterminate variety will continue to grow in the plant. So I put this on what's called the Florida weave, and as they progressively get taller, I will add ribbons to support these indeterminate growing plants. And that's what the remainder of these plants are. But these are a very nice red tomato, good sized red tomato. So then we come forward to the lemon boys. Now the reason I went with the lemon boys this year is I did a lot of research online before the gardening season, and I was looking for tomatoes that tasted really good. The lemon boy was one of the varieties that kept coming up as a really good tasting tomato. And I have 4 of them. These are an indeterminate variety, and they continue to grow, so we have to continue to use the Florida weave and add support for them as the season progresses. As we move on down, I have 5 Cherokee Purples. Now these Cherokee Purples are supposed to be a really good tasting tomato. Again, they are an indeterminate variety of a tomato, but I've researched, and again, this one was the other one that popped up as best tasting tomatoes. I planted 2 of a cherry tomato, and these are indeterminate as well. These 2 right here. And then 2 more of the grape tomato, an indeterminate variety. So these will be like little miniature, marble size, maybe a little larger tomatoes. I've pruned these tomatoes and I've suckered these tomatoes. So let's look at what I'm talking about. Pruning simply means removing the leaves that were on the ground. So I did that on all of these, and then I placed straw around the bases of them. This is to suppress the weeds, and it's also to keep moisture sealed in. It keeps the leaves off the dirt that do droop down. So that's a good thing for pruning. You can apply more of the growth toward the fruit with less vegetation. And then let's talk about suckering. Now, suckering is when a plant develops a growth in the notch right here. See this one? I saved this one just to make the video. This is considered a sucker right here. Notice how you have the stem and then the leaf. Well, this is the sucker, and the way that you deal with that is you just simply pinch it off. It comes right off in your hand. I just pinched and twist, and you have it, and that you throw away. That will help, again, focus the growth towards the fruit. That's how you take care of the suckers. Here's another one, and the suckers continue to develop as the plant gets taller. Here's some more. These are on the lemon boys. That is a sucker right there. I'm going to remove that sucker, and here's another one. I'm going to remove that sucker. So what you should have is a stem with a branch, not a sucker. The grape tomatoes have some initial, there they are. See them? This is the grape tomato. So the fruit's already there, got some bloom still. As you progress up the plant, you still have fresh blooms still coming. It's going to be really good here. So here is the cherry tomato. The cherry tomato and the grape tomato are very close to each other. Here's one right here. Let's work our way on down and see what else is here. These are the Cherokee Purple, Cherokee Purple, early stages of the actual fruit. There's some there. So these tomatoes are really doing well. Work our way on down to the Rutgers. Here's a fruit on the Rutgers. And then again on the Roma tomatoes here on the end. I do not have any Roma fruit as of yet. If you noticed in between, you saw some flowers. Those are marigolds. Marigolds are put in here to control the insects. Marigolds are a good thing to have in your garden, especially around your tomatoes. Y'all have a good gardening day, and remember, y'all keep living every day outdoors.